Hey, what's up, everyone? So I had a call this morning with a friend who she just want to know like how we're finding our deals and how we're funding them and how we're running numbers and everything about how we're buying so many rentals right now. And I just happened to be going to look at a potential rental today. So I told her I'd kind of give her the rundown on how that one worked and figured I would just make a whole video about it for everyone. So this is from a wholesaler, which is how we're buying most of our deals at this point. This is a wholesaler that I know and trust and like. I've bought 5 or 6 deals from them in the past year. Um, the numbers are always going to be, you always got to run your own numbers. Their numbers are always going to be slightly off. But on this particular deal, they are asking for 124.9 on it. It is in, if you know the Columbus area, it's in South Linden. This is an area that even 2-3 years ago I wouldn't even have touched. But now I'm buying more and more in this area. It's a 43211 zip code. I love this zip code for rentals, especially because I'm doing a lot of Section 8. This is a perfect Section 8 area. And it is street by street. I go and I look at the street, and if the street's nice, then I don't care traditionally what South Linden was. I think it's just like most of Columbus, it's going to keep getting better and better. So the first thing I do, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to find out when the walkthrough is. The walkthrough is today at noon. I'm going to go out there and take as many pictures and videos as possible, both for my own sake and this is what I'll have to send my hard money lender. So I'll just go through quickly these. This is the front of the house. It's really nice, good siding, newer roof, newer furnace, newer AC, new windows. So all the big ticket items are in really good shape. The foundation's in great shape. So that immediately makes this an easier deal to do because all the big ticket items are taken care of. So just quick video. This is just the upstairs. Go through it a little faster here. So what's crazy about this one, it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, but it's 1,450 square feet. So that should easily be at least a 3-bedroom. I mean, I have 4-bedroom houses that are smaller than that. And the reason that's crazy is because a 2-bedroom rents significantly less than a 4-bedroom, obviously. So anytime I have an opportunity where I could turn in potentially more bedrooms, I'm immediately interested in it. Like this one I posted about the other day on Majestic. That is a 3-bedroom, but we found a way to add 2 more additional bedrooms. So it's going to rent, that took it from $1,500 a month to $2,000 a month. This one, if we can find 1 or 2 more bedrooms, it makes this much easier to do this deal. So for the most part, there's very little in the way of cosmetic even. This kitchen, it's small, but the countertops are really nice. The cabinets themselves are in great shape. We'll reface the cabinets and they'll paint them for us. That'll probably cost us $1,000, maybe $1,200. There's the back of the house. Again, fenced in yard, really nice. Nice driveway even, good landscaping, a nice covered front porch. I like this house a lot. I'll probably put new appliances in. I'm talking $1,200 with a microwave, maybe $1,400 there. The backsplash is nice. Again, the windows are new. These hardwood floors are really nice. Just gonna probably resurface them. The furnace looks like it was installed in 2020. The hard part here, this is the family room. We'd put probably new LVP in here. Maybe we'll get lucky and there's hardwoods underneath. Actually, there probably is hardwoods underneath. Nice built-ins there, nice fireplace. We'll keep this original woodworking. It looks really good. Electric panels in great shape. Basement. So the hard part with this one is that I don't know where we'd add additional bedrooms. Even though it's 1,450 square feet, there is no obvious place to add another bedroom in the finished area. The master bedroom is really big. It looks like potentially that was split into 2 bedrooms at one point, so we'll explore that, but they'd be 2 smaller bedrooms, so I don't know if that's ideal. But other than that, it's weird because there's not a good spot. So this room in the basement is where I would potentially be looking. So you have this window, this block window right here. For $3,500, we can make this an egress window, and then my guys can come in here for probably $3,000 to $4,000 and finish this room and turn it into a 3rd bedroom. And that would probably take the rent, assuming I go Section 8, it would take the rent from $1,250 or so a month to $1,525 a month. And if it's only going to cost us, let's say $6,000 all in to do that, it's a no-brainer. So that's probably what we'd end up doing on this one. The whole basement is in good shape. Another look at the kitchen, bathroom, really nice. I mean, that's very few rentals I'm buying in the Linden area that have tiled showers. So that's nice. I do wish it had a bathtub, but probably won't do anything with that. Again, everything's in overall really good shape. So this is that giant master I told you about. The electric's not on, so you can't really see it. It's weird because half of it, as you can see, is carpet and half of it is hardwood, which leads me to believe it was 2 bedrooms at one point. So we will explore that option. So what we're going to do when we do this, I'm going to look at all these pictures, figure out what our budget is to repair it, and then where we need to be. So I put this little spreadsheet together. This is the rehab I had in mind. Floors, I put $3,500. That honestly may be high because we're going to keep most of the floors, just do a little bit of refurbishing those hardwoods, and it really doesn't even need much done on that department. Paint, it really doesn't need much paint. We always go with alabaster, which is like a cream white color. They're already white. It probably just needs one coat on the walls. We're not going to do trim. We're not going to do ceilings. We're not even going to do doors. So $1,500 is easily doable on this one, maybe less. Cabinet doors, $1,200. Adding the egress window in the basement, $3,500. Finish the room in the basement, call it another $3,500. New light fixtures throughout, $600. Clean out, there's very few items there. I put $600, that's probably high. And then you always want to budget that there's going to be unexpected things there. I put $3,000. So if that holds true, we're going to be right around $17,000, $18,000 all in. Purchase price just under $125,000. So our all-in price is $142,400 on this one, assuming we could get it for their asking price. The ARV, so this is the biggest number besides repairs that you can get. You need to know, if you fix this up, how much is it going to be worth? And we use a tool called Red Belt Real Estate for this. You can also, we obviously have MLS access. I actually like this better. So I'll just give you a quick peek at it. This pulls in every MLS, so you can see all the transactions done, all the sales over the past, I usually do the past year. So like this comp right here is 0.04 miles away. It's one street over the same block. It's a 3-1 and it's 1,248 square feet. So 148 square feet. I can pull it up here and see what the pictures looked like. So yeah, I mean, you can see they did a full remodel. It looks really nice. So, but this is a good comp. This is a good comp for us to use. We probably won't remodel it that nice, but it still gives us an idea. Other ones here, this is a 3 1.5. This is a 2 1.5. These are the 3 comps that I'm pulling in to use, and based on that, I have the ARV at about $205,000. And honestly, if we finish that room in the basement, that adds another 200 square feet to it, so that could be on the low end. I'm confident at that number of 205 square feet. I can also look here. These are current listings in this section that are around the area. A lot of them look like this one's 105. It might scare you at first, but then you go look at it, and it's something for sale as a part of a larger portfolio. You can't even see pictures on it, so nothing that would scare me off. Under contract comps, so these are ones that haven't closed yet but are right around there. So this one's only 0.08 miles away, and it was on the market 190 days, and it's only $88,000. So again, at first it scares you off, but you pull it up and you can see it's a boarded up house that needs completely redone. So not in any way a comp. You're looking at the after repair value. So if you were to fix this up, what's it going to be worth? So your comps have to be fixed up houses. So when you see some of these 92,000 ones that might scare you, it doesn't matter because these aren't fixed up. Like this one just says, discover this fantastic investment property. So you know that it needs fixed up. It's not a fixed up house. I want to know, after I fix it up, what's the house going to be worth? That's called the after repair value. Okay, so going back to looking at our numbers here, the after repair value we have at $205,000. So my standard is I have to be at 75% of ARV minus repairs. Okay, so if my ARV is $205,000, I know that I got to be 75% of that is $153,000. Let's just say repairs are 18. Let's round up. So the max I can pay for that is 135, and I always want to be under that, right? Because you're going to mess something up. There's going to be more in repairs that you want. There's going to be closing costs on the loans. So I'd actually prefer to be like 73,000, even better, 70% of ARV minus repairs. But in this case, I can easily pay the purchase price of 125. I could probably even go a little higher. I don't know if I will on this one. So that's on the actual numbers that I'm looking at, what I can pay. But the second part of it, since it's going to be a rental, I want to know what the rental numbers look like. So if I look here and I see that the market rent, meaning if I just did the open market, it looks like I use Rentometer for it. It looks like it's about $1,350. I think I could get more than that. This is a nice house. It's a big house. But being conservative, it says $1,350. Now, if I go Section 8, which is what I'm almost always going to do in this type of area because it's guaranteed rent, I can get, well, I know there's a lot to Section 8. You have to get used to the system. They go by zip code now in Columbus. The price that they will pay for a 3-bedroom in 43211 is $1,568, but that's before utility allowance. Meaning, if you pay utilities, or if the tenant pays utilities, then they're going to reduce that amount by roughly $200. So that brings it to $1,368. Then there's a third component that's based on the tenant income. So this takes experience and knowledge in the Section 8 system, but I know based on my other rentals, I could get $1,525 if I find the right renter for that. The property interest, taxes, and insurance payment. So if I do all just that main stuff, I'm going to be paying $1,289 a month. If I take the full 75% of 205 on the loan. So my maintenance, my cash flow before I factor in maintenance would be $236 a month. And I know most people would not even consider that. And if you're newer, I probably wouldn't consider that either. The reason I'm still considering this is a few reasons. Number one, I'm not overly worried about maintenance. It has all the big ticket items are newer. So the maintenance stuff should be small. Number two, I have 33 other properties that are cash flowing, that are bringing in almost $7,000 a month cash flow. So if this one isn't high cash flow right now, I'm okay with that. Because guess what? After I'm all in at $142,000, and it's going to be worth $205,000. So I'm picking up over $60,000 of equity. All right. So the fact that it's only going to cash flow $200 a month early on, that's fine. I'm buying that equity. The other thing is, I think this is where a lot of people don't think about it, is this is your year one cash flow. This should be the lowest your cash flow ever is. Assuming that your rent grows by 3% a year, which I think is a very conservative, very safe estimate for it to go up, that's going to go up by $45 a month. All right. So by year two, you're cash flowing almost $300 a month. By year three, you're at $345. By year four, you're pushing $400 a month. Right. That's just going to keep going up and up and up. And as rates go down, you can refinance that loan and your payment's going to go down. So yes, this $236 a month before maintenance doesn't look good. A lot of people, I guarantee, won't even consider it because of that. But to me, because I have those other properties that can weather the storm if there are some maintenance issues early on, I'm going to buy this because I want that equity that I'm going to get with it. And I know that over 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, that cash flow is going to keep going up every single year. And in 5 years, I'm going to look up and I'm going to be making $500 a month on this property. So that's why I'm looking at these things. I am going to put the offer on this. I'm going to try and get it at their asking price of $125. I probably would go a little bit higher if I had to, 127, maybe 128. I certainly don't think I'd go above 130. But this is a borderline deal for me. This is not a no-brainer. And if I was a new investor, this is probably one I would pass on. Again, I have the other deals that can offset the potential risks of this deal. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you know if we end up getting the house, and we will do a walkthrough on that if we do.